guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me by now, my name is Trini Lovely, and today we're going to have a very interesting topic. We're going to be talking a lot about how to get started on your business. Today I'm going to be showing you a DIY video, and the DIY video is basically how I create bracelets and actually going to use it on my website to sell them. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do the same. So all my DIY videos is going to be videos to show you how easy it is to become an entrepreneur, sell your products, and start your own. So today we're going to be doing a lot about jewelry. And today, my dog is chilling with me, as you can see. Princess, there she go. She's actually taking a nap. She follows me everywhere I go until my husband come home. Then she cares nothing about me. So let's begin. So today I'm going to be doing a bracelet, and when I originally first started creating these bracelets, I did not know the difference between jump rings, and I didn't understand the whole thing with the jump rings. So I'm going to break down the jump rings right now. So there's two different kind of jump rings that you can use that I was using, and I'm going to tell you the difference between the ones that I'm using. Okay, so there's a closed jump ring and then there's an open jump ring, and this one right here is the open jump ring. And I'm going to go a little bit closer to the camera, and I'm just going to wait for the camera to zoom in a little bit, and I don't think it is zooming in. Here we go. I hope you guys can see. This is the open jump ring. Now, the thing about the open jump ring, of what I don't like about the open jump ring, is that the open jump ring is very flimsy. It feels not sturdy. It feels like you can just literally yank it and it could pop, which that's really scary for anyone who is trying to make product and then you have a customer purchase something and literally within a week it pops. That is bad for your business, bad for your brand. It's such a negative experience to happen, because what you're going to end up getting is someone going to come and do a review. And even though you can delete the review, but somebody's going to come and do a review and really tarnish that brand by saying very negative things. And you have to always think about, when you're creating something for someone and you're selling something, you people want what they actually want, right? You want to purchase something. You don't want to buy something and literally you go home or you get it and within a week the product is automatically destroyed. And that happened to me numerous times. And I don't want, and because I was a consumer for other companies, and when the experience like that happened, it really pissed me off, and then I don't want to repurchase back from that person. And what I want to do is make sure, as a small company starting off, I want to make sure that I'm branding my company in the most legit, professional, and great experience. So now I'm not using the open jump rings anymore, because I don't think the open jump rings is sturdy. So what I'm going to do today is take off the open jump ring, and these are the appliances that I'm using, and I got this on Amazon. Now, the problem with these appliances that I'm using is it's literally not good enough. Now, I'm not going to tarnish anybody's brand, so I'm not going to say the negative and say the name of this, but when I tell you there's a piece that I was supposed to be cutting, and literally it really doesn't cut. I had to twist, and it was just like the jewelry was messing up to the point where I actually had to go to the hardware store, and this is what I bought. I went to the hardware store and I bought this. When I tell you this is so sharp and it cuts so quickly, that I didn't have any problems as far as me twisting and trying to actually pull this off. So this is the open jump ring, and as you see, I actually took it off. And so now this is just a bracelet by itself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach two jump rings to both ends, okay? And this is the open jump ring. So it naturally comes open. So the problem is when you're closing this jump ring, when I was using the appliances, it was bending. And that's what I felt like that wasn't professional, because it was bending and twisting. And when you're selling products, you don't want anything to look not up to par. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the closed jump rings. And the closed jump rings is basically Really, really to the point where it looks like, it literally looks like a cheap keychain. It looks like a keychain. And it's really, really sturdy. And you don't have to worry about the product literally falling off. And, you know, you're not going to feel unsafe. So this is me connecting the, this is the closed jump ring. And as you can see, it has no open piece. So it's automatically closed. And like I said before, it's like you basically is spinning it around as if you had a keychain. So if you know anything about a keychain, and when you're putting on the keys, you know that you have to slide it through for this product to actually come in and for it to fit in to the bracelet. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to make it go through like the keychain. So just bear with me, guys, and here we go. So one thing I like about this, because it's like a keychain, I feel really just comfortable with the person not losing or breaking the product, and it's not falling off, and I just feel really comfortable with the product, you know, selling it, because then I know that I'm not going to get a negative review from customers, you know. And here we go. So as you can see, it's exactly what I said. It looks just like a keychain. So as you can see, right? So what I'm going to do is, now that I connected one side, I'm just going to hook this to connect to this, right? So I'm going to use the jump ring to make the connections on the bracelet. And it's the same exact experience where what you're going to do is slide it through the same way, just like the keychain, just like the keychain. And I'm going to actually need the table for this. Because for me, like, the problem that I literally have is, like, I have no nails. So it's these little nubs that I'm using to actually put it through. And I'm putting it on the keychain right now. Not really a keychain, but I'm putting it on the jump rings. And as you can see, here we go. We connected it. And if you notice, I'm doing this, and it's not like, it feels sturdy, it feels tough. I don't have to worry about its bending because it's not flimsy. So I'm using the closed jump rings. So now what I'm going to do is I have to actually attach this to this the same way, the same exact way. So it could literally sit like this. Okay. And I also have the old jump ring, which wasn't as good. And this is what I'm using these products for, unfortunately. This is not what it was used for, but I'm using these products so I could actually open the jump rings, because I'm a person, like, I like to see where my money goes. So even if it's not something that is working, it's going to work for something else. All right. So at this point, I'm just opening in the jump ring that way some more. Because why I'm now opening the jump ring, because I had a problem closing the jump ring. So I had used this to close the jump ring. And when I tell you, I used that and it closed it so tight that it bent out of shape. And that's what actually happened. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the jump ring to actually slip this through. Okay. And if you remember, that was something I did from the start. Like I used the jump ring to actually put this on, and then I'm going to connect it. Okay. And then just to let you know, like, you know, you got to be careful with the sizes of the jump ring, because the jump rings comes in different size. So the size that I'm using, it's an okay size. I don't think I could have used anything bigger than this. I think if I went too big on this, it just wouldn't have looked good at all. It wouldn't have looked good. So when I first purchased, I was just being really cheap, and I wanted to use my jump rings that was like 3 millimeters. And my hand is just like giving me trouble with this one. This jump ring is a bit tight to open. So and you know, I don't have any nails, and it's the same thing. Like, I always had problems anyway with like literally putting on the keychain, right? So, and that's because I chew these nails up, and I gotta stop doing this because I'm too old to be biting my nails. Which, it doesn't have like an age requirement for biting your nails, but you know, you always see the older, you know, women with their nails done, and they look, you know, really polished and put together. And here I come with these chewed up ass looking nails, and like my husband would be like, "You don't want to get your nails done?" I'd be like, "No, I do not. I need these nails. I need the nails that I have on." So I gotta work on that. So I got the jump ring in. I'm just trying to twist it around so it actually fully come on much better than this of how I slipped it in. But and you know, I'm using gold fill for a specific reason, because the gold fill doesn't get worn to the point where the jewelry is, you know, changing. And you know, I still don't recommend anyone to bathe with the jewelry, but I have test out the jewelry because I wanted to see if it was actually gonna do what it said it was gonna do, as far as not and I request that everybody literally when they making the jewelry, if they say that it's gold fill, to literally wear your jewelry, bathe with your jewelry, do everything with the jewelry, so when you sell it on the market, you don't have any surprise, and the person don't come back, your customer come back and say, "Hey, listen, you know what, this jewelry turned from gold to black to silver to whatever color, pink." You know, you want to make sure that everything that you advertise is 100% correct. All right, so I made a chain. I made my husband wear it. Actually, I'm wearing an ankle bracelet now, because when I bought a couple of stuff, you know, so and I didn't know who was really selling, you know, what they say they were selling. So I like to test everything out, especially if I'm going to sell it on a market to, you know, customers, because that's my brand. So here we go. As we put it together, as you can see, and I'm just going to make it go real closer. So I put on the jump rings, and I noticed that one side is just a little longer. And the reason why I made one side just a little bit longer is because I'm going to put a jump ring here and plus a hook. So I want to make sure that it equals out to the right length. And if it doesn't, I'm just going to have to cut a link off. So just keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to, because I made one side longer than one, I'm going to put, again, the jump ring here and a hook. All right, so to even it out so they actually can match up to the same length. And again, so I'm going to add 2 jump rings here on both ends. And that's what I'm doing now. So the work don't stop, but like I said, it's pretty easy. It's nothing over the top. You won't spend the whole day doing this, but it's a start. If you were actually trying to start your own jewelry, you can actually do that. Now, I do recommend that you definitely really figure out when you are starting your jewelry of what's your price points, because if you're buying gold plated and the jewelry is changing, then you really can't go all the way up on that jewelry. Now, if you're not buying gold, then I do recommend that you actually get gold fill, because gold fill has that mixture, right? It has on the top layer of the gold fill is real gold up there, and so it doesn't get worn out that quickly. You know what I mean? So you're really gonna get your money's worth, and you can really play with that price point. And here we go. We did so now I put the jump ring right here at the end, and now I'm going to add another jump ring here and the hook, as I stated before. So one more jump ring and the hook, and then the bracelet will be completed. And when I first started buying these jump rings, oh my God, I had an experience. So the jump rings was so tiny, and I was supposed to actually bring one out here to show you guys how tiny it was. It was like 3 millimeters, and man, my husband actually dropped it, and he didn't know where he dropped it. I couldn't even find it because it was so tiny, and I was just so pissed and disappointed. And I'm like, oh my God, why is things so little? So this is the hook. So what I did this is the hook right here. So I'm going to put this hook at the bottom. What I did was because I don't want the jump rings to turn. I don't want somebody to wear the bracelet and the chain part of the bracelet stays gold, but then the jump rings turns black. So I don't want that. So what I did was I bought gold filled jump rings as well. And I bought gold fill hooks as well. So that's something I also did. And I'm just going to put this in really, really quick, because I see my phone is about to die. And I'm actually using my phone right now. And here we go, guys. And here we go. So here it is. And the only thing is left now is for me to put this bracelet on, and I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. And it's going to take me a little while because I literally have to put the bracelet on, and I don't have an extra hand for somebody to actually. Matter of fact, I won't even put the bracelet on. I'll just close it right now so you guys can see, because it's going to take me all day to do that with just using one hand. All right, so I wanted you guys to see. Didn't see? So there we go. This was extremely easy. And I'm going to continue doing DIY videos for all my entrepreneurs and all the people that want to be entrepreneurs and really believe that they can do it and just don't know how to do it. I'm going to continue to make videos and show you guys how to make bracelets, how to make charms, how to make chains. So keep tuning in and comment below if you have any suggestions of how I could place this camera so you guys could actually see it a little better than this. And this is, as you know, the hooks that I just put in. You know, I'm open for any recommendation how I could position this camera so you guys can see it a little bit better than this. And I'm going to make another video and another day showing you how to do chains and how to do more bracelets and stuff like that. So thank you for watching and tune in.